Yo, what is up, guys? It is Yellowfin, and it is new update time. The new update has been released. I already forgot what it was called. Pacific Coast Cruising, I think. Yep, Pacific Coast Highway. And I've got two cars already. The Mercury Marauder S55 and also the Ford SVT F-150 Lightning. Now I'm going to be going through my opinions on the update, other stuff, and yeah, just opinions and reactions and stuff like that, how I feel about the update. First of all, car attributes, I really like this. I like how this is. We can see traction control only, where I've got my 911 RSR 19, which for some reason is 104 RQ. I'll go to that right now. My garage is all whack right now. With this being 104, this does not deserve to be 104 RQ. Mazda Furai doesn't deserve to be 102 either. This kind of deserves it, maybe being 104, but seeing this 3.098 being the same RQ as the 208 T16 Pikes Peak makes absolutely no sense at all. Like, at least this one makes a bit of sense because it's got a much better top speed and like MRA advantage, but this one not so much. So they said though on one of their Discord server things or whatever that they were working on fixing it, because also this guy stayed down here at 97. So they're working on fixing it, and so hopefully we will get a fix soon. Because or moving other stuff up, maybe that's what they're planning on doing, because this Porsche does not deserve to be 104 RQ, especially being one higher than the 911 GT2 RS Club Sport 25. It's 0.4 seconds slower, but it's 1 RQ higher, and so that's pretty interesting. So my garage is kind of all over the place, but one positive I do have is the picture changes, because there is some really nice picture changes. This one especially, this Renault Sport Megane Trophy, the banana. It has such an amazing picture. I'm totally going to max it out now because its picture is just so good that it got changed to. Then also we've got some other nice picture changes. I have 1, 2 that's pretty close somewhere right here. Oh, I also got this from one of those challenge ceramics from the London thingy. Wasn't able to get the carbon, but I got that out of a challenge ceramic. Yeah, this one is a really nice picture as well. The Volvo V60 T8 Polestar. Also this one too, the 750i. That's a great looking picture. I have an Acura as well. Yep, the Acura RLX Sport Hybrid also is a really good picture. Like, there's so many good picture changes. I could probably scroll to a spot, and they'll probably... Oh, wait. I got to show off the Dodge Sidewinder. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. The RQ72 Dodge Sidewinder. That picture is amazing. This is definitely my favorite picture from the new update change. The new picture changes. That one is so good. Like, it's honestly a crazy good picture. Perfect placement, perfect everything. It just makes me want to max out the Dodge Sidewinder just because of how good that picture looks. Like, I just want to use it all the time. And here, I'll show you. I'll go to, let's say, 33 RQ, and I bet there'll be a new picture car. Never mind. I was off. Oh, wait, yes, there was. Ford Probe GT. See, they did tons and tons of picture changes. Let's go to another spot. 44. Never mind. I didn't win that time. But they did nerf the handling on the Chevy Silverado. That's now 7074. There we go, though. Another picture. Honda S2000. That's a really good one as well, drifting around that corner. That's the thing. The picture changes Mazda RX-8 too. There's so many great picture changes in this new update. That is for sure guaranteed. I am very happy with those changes that were done. They did nerf the handling on a lot of trucks, which kind of makes sense. Trucks don't have that great of handling. They did nerf the handling on the SSR, though. 4.679. That's honestly pretty mediocre now. That's not that great. Wait, the other SSR dropped to 30 RQ though. I wonder how that compares to other cars. So let's keep this in mind. Vauxhall Astra 6.079. Ooh, the Urama. I haven't seen that photo yet. That's a good one. So 6.079, 6.279. I guess it's rear wheel drive, but it also is a boat. So yeah, that's not that good of a car anymore, the SSR. So that's a little bit disappointing, but oh well, maybe it'll drop to uncommon. That would be pretty cool then. But now let's talk about the actual cars of the update. AMC, we got two new ones. The M422 Mighty Might. This one looks like it's going to be completely useless, but it still looks cool, so I'm definitely going to keep one. And then the AMC Concorde 304. This one looks like just a pretty decent standard tire car. Then we move on to the Austins are still, yeah, the Austins are still prize cars. That's too bad. I would like to collect them at one point. We got Chrysler, right? Yeah, Chrysler's probably the next new, which there's a few. And there's a few like the 300C Touring Hemi. We also got this one, which is on my wish list. That'll be tomorrow's video, so definitely subscribe to see why those cars are wish listed. This one's also a really cool one too, the Crossfire SRT6 Roadster. That one I'm looking forward to hopefully getting. And there's some lower RQ stuff as well, like this one, the Cordoba 360. So that's pretty interesting. Chrysler is just kind of mediocre, though, with what they added. They did not add that much to Chrysler. Dodge, on the other hand, did get some stuff added to it. And this is where I have a complaint. Actually, let's go over to prize cars. This is one of the complaints. I don't have very many complaints about this update. I do like it because I do like generic, boring American cars. So that is not one of my complaints. That might be others' complaints, but I'm not upset about that. What I am upset about, though, is the amount of prize cars that there are. Because there's really some cars that do not need to be prize cars. There's some that I understand, but there's others I don't really get. Like this one, the Mach-E GT, does not need to be a prize car. These other ones down here kind of make sense. Like that's a special motorsport car. That car is a cracked hill climb car. This one, I guess, because it was used in a ton of movies, and it's a police car. Hudson Hornet as well, because it's from Cars. Bronco R makes sense. But like making the Ram 1500 TRX a prize car, I mean, it just seems like you're pushing it because you already added the Raptor R as a prize car. Raptor R makes sense, but these two jailbreaks, they make no sense besides the only thing in their title being jailbreak. Like, that's it. They had the same stats as the other two non-prize car versions that were also added to the game, so it doesn't make that much sense why they're prize cars. The MKZ Black Label makes no sense at all being a prize car because we already have the Cadillac CT6, which is 5.079 stock. So it'll beat this everywhere twisty. It'll only maybe lose on the drag, and unless this has like crazy MRA. And the Durango SRT Hellcat being a prize car. It did not need to be a prize car. The other two make sense being prize cars, but the Durango SRT did not need to be a prize car. Because if we look right here, we have 3.683, 3.783, 3.580. And maybe you could say like it's American, but it would have been nice to at least have a legendary in this new update. Make the packs a bit slightly more interesting than carbon fibers. I'm still going to open up all of them, and I'm doing a 1 million pack opening cash, but it would at least make the packs a bit more interesting having a legendary that's non-prize car, or just adding another car too. Like they could have just added like one more car that was a legendary. I'm sure they have one car maybe. Like they could have added one Chevrolet and added the new Corvette. That could have worked. We could have, like, I mean, if you're going to add like two AMCs, you might as well add a legendary Chevy Corvette too. But that's really my only complaint. Is just that there was a lot of unnecessary prize cars, it seemed like, especially for how smaller the update was. It's a pretty solid-sized update, but 13 of the 140-something cars being prize cars is kind of a lot. But that's okay, because we did get some cool Fords, which I am happy about, especially the trucks, because that's the thing. I really like Ford trucks. I just like trucks in general, so really happy with the F-150 Raptor being added. That one's on the wish list. Broncos I'm also super happy about. And so the Bronco Raptor, definitely want this one. I'd be so happy if I pulled the Bronco Raptor. That's an instant max out. F-150 Lightning, I also really like seeing. Then we got another Bronco, the Heritage Edition. And we got some other trucks too, like the Maverick, and we got the Ranger F-150. So there is a lot of interesting stuff, plus some lower tier stuff too. Like we got a Ford Flex concept. It's called the Ford Fairlane concept though. We got some more trucks, Super Duty. Like, there's a lot of cool Fords. I am happy with the Fords that were added. Oh, the Mondeo got a new pick too. That's cool. So there is a lot of interesting Fords that were added. Also, this one's a cool one too, the Mustang Boss 351. So I am happy with the amount of Fords that were added. Ford, I'm definitely content with. Hudson, 2 cars, but I don't know anything about Hudson. I don't know how many more Hudsons you could really add, so not too upset about that. Then we also got Lincoln. Yeah, that's right. We got new brands too. Lincoln, definitely, they did the perfect amount of Lincolns. 40 is probably perfect. Not pushing it, even though I wouldn't mind if they pushed it and just added a ton more Lincolns, but it's definitely not lacking Lincolns. Lincoln feels like a solid brand that you could actually like use in events and would be pretty useful. There aren't that many performance tire cars, though. I'm not sure if there's even any performance tire cars. Yeah, maybe there's not. Yeah, are there no performance tire Lincolns? A lot of standards in all surfs, but no performance. Alright, then we also got Mercury, which I already own one of, the Marauder. This one does have performance tire cars, and another interesting thing, this one has no prize cars. Surprised they didn't make the Cyclone GT Pace car a prize car, because that one would kind of work as a prize car, but they could add one prize car then for the brand. But nope, this is the first brand in Top Drive's history to not have a prize car, so you could collect this brand pretty easily and actually finish off the whole brand. Only car that's really difficult to get is the Mercury Meta 1, because everything else is super rare and below, so everything else is pretty achievable to collect. So definitely am excited to be able to collect all of those. Hopefully I can pull the Mercury in a carbon fiber. Then Plymouth has now unfinished my Plymouth collection. It's no longer finished. Barracuda Formula S. This car looks insanely good. 7.9 seconds 0 to 60 for a commons. Actually really good. Only thing that ties it is that Fiat prize car that was added. Plymouth XNR is also a pretty interesting one. It only has like 40 MRA though. And then we got the Barracuda 383, which is also a pretty cool one that I'm looking forward to collecting. So, and that's pretty much it, I believe. So a lot of American cars. Honestly, I'm pretty content with this update. Only complaint that I have is that just it seems like there's an unnecessary amount of prize cars. Like, feels like some stuff was kind of forced to be a prize car. I guess Lincoln, because it's the best one, and it's the only car that they could really make a prize car. Like, yeah, I guess none of these else are really worth going for as a prize car. So, I guess that kind of makes sense, but it still does feel kind of forced. Especially because they gave Mercury no prize cars. But I guess that makes a bit of sense, but still, it's just a lot of prize cars, though. It takes away from the carbon fiber pack, just makes it a bit less interesting. But, hey, that's okay, because I am going to be collecting all of them anyway, and if it is a prize car, it makes it a bit easier to collect when it's released in the collection series. Don't actually have to go out of the way to pull the car, so I honestly don't mind. It just seems like it's a bit forced. Really, the only thing that does feel forced is that Dodge Durango being a prize car. That's really the one I'm more upset about. It's just that they totally could have made that Dodge Durango a non-prize car. But the other stuff, it's kind of oh well. But that'll be it for this video. So like and subscribe, join the Discord server, link in the description. Pack opening will be coming soon. Carbon fibers, ceramics, and also the next video coming out tomorrow. I'm Elephant, thanks for watching, and goodbye.